Recorded statements being taken from, go ahead.
Leonard P. Gonzalez Sr. Is that correct, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay, before we start with this follow-up interview, you recall talking to us yesterday?
Yes, sir, I
Okay.
do.
Do you recall me informing you of your rights in this, from this official document, the rights waiver here?
Yes, I
Is
do.
this your signature here, correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, this still applies for this interview, okay? Your
Yes, sir.
rights, okay?
This is 7/13/09. The time right now is 10:29 hours. It's going to be reference case number ECSO 09 OFF 017289. Present is Investigator Tom Watts and Investigator Lee Tyree, along with Mr. Gonzalez. There's also a correctional sergeant over here, Sergeant Whitlock with the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, we just got a couple follow-up questions, and like I said, before we departed our ways yesterday, we told you it's a possibility we could be getting back in touch with you to
Yes,
ask
sir.
you a few more questions. Like I said, as the night went along, we was able to gather additional information, and there's some things here that came up that I need to get you to confirm for us, okay? I believe a couple of them you said, you told us about, but I just need to get you to reconfirm that for me.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, during the time of this incident, while y'all were in the van, and the communications between you and between the people in the van and everywhere else, were they using walkie-talkies in order to communicate from each vehicle, or what kind of communications were they using?
I think a cell phone.
Would that be like the actual cell phone, or like
Yes,
a
sir.
walkie-talkie cell phone where
Cell phone. Cellular.
so they let each individual or each vehicle had its own separate cell
Yes,
phone?
sir.
You don't know anything about a walkie-talkie?
There were walkie-talkies used at one time, but I do not think they were used that evening.
So they weren't used that night up there in Beulah?
No.
Okay, but they have used them on another other occasion?
I believe, correct.
Okay. This house over in Gulf Breeze, Pam,
Yes.
okay, you've been to that house before?
Yes, I have.
Have you been there? Who you there at that house with?
My son, Patrick.
Just you and Patrick?
Yes.
Was Wayne with you?
I don't know if Wayne ever went there or not. He might possibly have went there one time with us.
Okay. Do you recall can you describe the house? Is it the house with the stilts, up off on the stilts? It's off the ground?
The back is up on stilts.
Okay.
The front has about a 40-foot front porch.
A step? You got to climb up some steps on it?
About this high.
Okay. Remember what color it is?
No, I do not.
What was the reason y'all were out there that day?
I was out there to give her a price on doing some work on one of her houses, and she has a wooden deck on the back side of her pool, and I'd quoted her a price of $250 to pressure wash the flaking paint and stain off of it, and then with her buying the stain to restain it.
Okay.
Also, she had asked me to bid another house that she owns. I could take to it, but I couldn't tell you where it is. It's right near the last street before you go over Bob's Sykes. Take a right, and it's back in there. She wanted me to wash that house for $300, and I told her there was no way in hell I was going 40 feet on that house for $300.
Okay, was Pam got blonde hair?
And I would say dirty blonde hair.
Okay. Is this house in Gulf Breeze Pam's house? Is that where the guns are kept?
I don't know where the guns are kept. Pam has numerous houses.
What does she do for a living?
Think she owns Pam Long Realty. She buys houses, fixes them up, turns them over at a profit, leases them out, whichever. Think she has a construction company.
Is this the Pam that owns that, like that flea market down the road on 98? Or trade center,
Antique Mall?
antique mall?
Yes.
That's the same Pam, okay. And what, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. You remember talking to Buddy, Sergeant Neesmith, yesterday? He and I were in there.
Yes.
Okay, you made some kind of comment about the biggest problems about this whole situation was a lack of communication. You remember saying that?
Yes.
What exactly did you mean by that?
Everybody had an idea, and it seemed like no one could come. There were ideas all like this, and nobody could bring them together like this.
So everybody had their own idea of way
It was
they're
about a
doing things,
pissing
right?
contest in simple text.
But nobody
I'm gonna do it my way, I'm gonna do it my way.
But this is after the fact that y'all had already talked about it and planned this, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, but an actual murder had never come into the conversation. I was under the impression that the guns were going in there, there were going to be 4 or 5 shots fired, hit the ground, bam, 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 bam. Now, open the safe, open the big safe. There's supposed to be a safe in that house. Give us your money, give us your jewelry. And actually, the opposite appeared to happen, or did happen. I had no idea that there was going to be a homicide or a murder. Had I have had that idea, I would have never have went on that trip. Never.
So you were never, that was never part of the plan as far as you?
As far as I knew, it
Far as
never
you heard?
was. No, I'm not plumb dumb, just some dumb.
There's something. Okay.
You want to go to meeting up the road
Yeah, we can,
by the church?
go ahead, you want.
Well, did y'all meet before y'all went into the site, or did y'all just drive